Dear students, UPSC has changed the complete syllabus of Engineering Services 2017. Particularly in the General Studies part, there has been massive changes and some topics have been introduced. One such topic is project management. UPSC has not given the complete detailing of the topic. So, we are here giving you the complete details of the topic that you can expect in the examinations. So, we will have to first of all see what is a project. Project is just a temporary endeavor done to particularly achieve the goals of the project, and the various types of project you can think of are your personal project, there can be organizational projects, national level projects as well as international level projects. You have to also understand that what are the various features of a particular project. Like you understand, in a project there would be a lot of activities and all of those activities will consume time, will consume resources, and there would be interdependencies on the various activities. So, we have to first of all see that what are the various features of the project. Once you are through that, then you can also expect question based on the need for project management. Basically, project management is just managing of projects, and there are various tools and techniques used for that. We can have questions based on the various processes that are followed for completion of a particular project. Like you can think of initiating a project, you can think of say planning a particular project, you can think of say execution of the project, monitoring and controlling of the project, and finally the completion of the projects. So, these are the 5 different processes that we have to follow to complete the particular project. Now, for completion of these processes, we require various tools. Now, these tools are management tools, and to name a few, we have project integration management, project scope management, project time management, project cost management, the quality management, the risk management, the communication management, procurement management, and the human resource management. Now, we have various things that we do under all of these management tools. Now, what are those things, and questions would generally be asked based on what do we do under these various management tools. Like the first one, if I consider project integration management, in that case we develop first of all the project plans. In the scope management, we generally try to find out what is the requirement of the project, and then we define the scope of the project. Then project work breakdown structure is made, and the complete project is broken down into smaller activities or subgroups that can be easily handled. Once that scope is finalized in the planning phase, I can use this scope management even in the monitoring phase, because in the monitoring phase there might be certain changes taking place and that might lead to change in the scope of the project. Similarly, the third one you can think of is project time management. Once from the breakdown structure that we have made in scope management, we will be getting about or knowing about the activities. So, once the activities have been decided, we will have to first of all assign time to each of the activities. Now, how much time we can assign to these activities, that will depend upon the resources that we are going to employ in those activities. Now, depending upon the resources availability and also based on the past experience, we assign time to each of the activities. We also sequence the activities, because there could be certain activities which can be done only after the first activity is complete, and hence there would be a sequencing of activities that needs to be done. Once the time for activity decided, sequencing of activity decided, various types of activities known for completion of the project, then we can make a network of the various activities. That network is basically a path through which the project will reach its completion. This is all about your project time management. This project time management can also be used in the process of monitoring and control. The next tool would be your project cost management. As the activities have been decided, we know what resources that activity is going to consume, and based on that we decide about the cost of each of the activities. At the same time, as we know all of the activities in the project, we can find out the complete budget of the project. Now this cost management that we have told you can also be employed during your monitoring phase, because I told you if some activities gets delayed or there is a chance of it getting delayed, we can employ additional resources and that will incur more of the cost. Similarly, now you can think of your next thing, that could be your project communication management. In the planning phase, we have to know what information has to go from one group to the other group so that the execution of project is not affected, and hence we generally plan communications, and also we try to send those communications to the stakeholder so that they do not become dissatisfied with the progress of the project. In the planning phase, we can also use project risk management, in which we will try to identify the risk involved in the activities and what do we need to do to mitigate those risks. These planning has to be done in advance. Similarly, we have other management tools like I told you, procurement management, in which you plan procurement of the various materials, but actual procurement is generally done in the execution phase, and in the monitoring phase we generally try to see what additional procurement needs to be done. You can have also your human resource management, where in the planning phase you try to identify what are the various human resources required for a particular project. We first of all decide about that in the planning phase, and when we go into the execution phase, there we try to hire those people and try to manage those people. And in the monitoring phase, if need be, we can employ certain more human resources. So this human resource management would be required in all of these activities. These are your various activities and various types of jobs that leads to completion of the project, and hence these require various management tools. We have given you the list of various tools. Now I told you the questions would be asked from the processes involved and what are the steps taken in the various management tools to complete the project. You can follow certain IS codes that are based on project management. Like the first one is IS 7337, which gives us the glossary of the terms to be used in project management. The second is 14580 part 1 and 2, that deals with the network analysis, and the third one would be 15883 part 1 and 2, that deals basically with the construction management. Thank you.